Avengers Doomsday has finally arrived, teasing the much-anticipated crossover that fans have longed for since the inception of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This film promises to be not just another entry, but a pivotal moment, drawing the X-Men into the MCU fold in a way that could redefine the landscape of superhero storytelling. Whether you're a die-hard Marvel aficionado or a casual viewer, the implications of this crossover are monumental and likely to evoke strong emotions. Welcome back to Richard Barron Horror, and these are the Easter eggs for the upcoming movie, hidden references, and subtle nuances you might have missed in the latest Avengers Doomsday trailer, exploring what it could mean for the evolving narrative of the MCU. At the outset, we're greeted with a familiar sight as the camera glides through a ruined version of Xavier's stately mansion, a place once full of hope and promise. The scene is bathed in diffused morning light, with swirling dust motes that add a touch of nostalgia. Scorched marble floors and splintered wooden surfaces frame a brass plaque that reads, "Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters." This initial shot sets the mood for a film steeped in both remembrance and foreboding. Close-ups invite us to linger on the engraved X, half buried under rubble, and a cracked chessboard tile sitting ominously in the foreground. The ambient soundtrack features a distant, metallic choir hum, underscored by the rumble of timpani, reinforcing the emotional weight of the moment. As we piece together the context, it's crucial to understand the X-Men's tumultuous journey. Their cinematic incarnations existed independently of the MCU because their film rights were sold to Fox in the late 90s. This sale led to decades of separation, depriving fans of the potential for these iconic characters to interact with their Marvel counterparts. However, the landscape shifted dramatically when Disney acquired Fox in 2018, reclaiming the rights to the X-Men and involving them in the MCU's ambitious multiverse saga. Instead of simply rebooting the franchise, Marvel Studios chose to engineer a more complex narrative, a clever and intricate web where original X-Men characters could meet MCU personalities in this new installment of the Avengers saga. The stakes have never been higher, and the implications for the future of storytelling in this universe are immense. The trailer showcases a pivotal moment, featuring Magneto's deep, reflective voice proclaiming, "Death comes for us all." This line resonates through the air as we see Magneto's aged profile framed against a backdrop of broken windows and ruin.
Death comes for us all.
The camera tracks past erstwhile dormitories and shattered stained glass, each piece of glass bearing the insignia of mutant kind. Here, light plays a key role. The doorway glows with a heavenly light, a deliberate echo of scenes from X-2's invasion sequence, reminding us of past struggles and losses. As Magneto speaks, the tension builds, supported by a swell of low, tremulous strings that amplify the dread hanging in the air. Another significant moment occurs when we see a black chess queen piece elevate from a checkerboard, floating ominously in the dimly lit room. This piece is richly symbolic, as Magneto and Xavier have long engaged in a metaphorical chess game, battling for the future of mutants. Macro shots of the piece reveal metal grain and smudges, an intimate touch that emphasizes the game's stakes. Magneto's gloved hand lifts the piece, but not without deep narrative context. This piece could signify Magneto's queen, potentially referring to his daughter, the Scarlet Witch, or it could represent the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club, Jean Grey. Both interpretations carry substantial narrative weight, piquing interest and excitement as we consider their implications. As the trailer progresses, we see Professor Xavier, portrayed by Patrick Stewart, donning a striking blue jacket adorned with the iconic X-Men patch, a nostalgic nod to the past and a visual reaffirmation of why this film matters. Sitting in his classic wheelchair, a faithful homage to the original films, Xavier's look is complete with practical details. Sturdy metal spokes, aged leather, and design elements that harken back to the series that began an entire genre of superhero filmmaking. Close-ups on the textures of his clothing and wheelchair confirm a dedication to authenticity. As a subtle musical motif from the Avengers theme plays on piano, audiences are reminded of the emotional and thematic legacies at play. The real emotional crescendo of the trailer occurs with the return of Cyclops, played by James Marsden. This moment is significant, as Cyclops had previously been sidelined during pivotal story arcs, his character stripped of narrative depth in earlier adaptations. The unveiling of Cyclops is a moment of redemption, not only for the character, but for fans who have yearned to see his role in the iconic Dark Phoenix saga. This brings a sense of completion to a narrative left incomplete in previous films, offering an opportunity to honor Cyclops' legacy alongside the grand tapestry of the X-Men story. The trailer uses visually striking sequences to reflect the darker themes within the narrative, particularly focusing on moments like Sentinels marching across a desolate skyline. Archive flashes referencing Days of Future Past appear, showing Sentinel heads, burning murals, and a graffiti warning stencil that read, "Remember." This visual approach employs high contrast, desaturated color grading, and settings reminiscent of dystopian comics to elicit emotions tied to the stakes of mutant survival. The film appears poised to explore existential threats that may indeed lead to the near eradication of mutant kind, striking a chord with audiences as they grapple with the fragility of identity and survival in the face of relentless oppression. The wardrobe choices are also significant, emphasizing the 90s aesthetic that defined much of the original X-Men saga.
Am I going to war or a circus?
What'd you expect? Black leather?
Xavier's blue costume is intricately detailed, with comic-accurate outlines and colors, while Magneto's vivid red attire pays homage to his classic comic look. Viewers are invited into the rich nostalgia that these characters embody, threading together various timelines and iterations of the franchise. The practical sheen of his costume and magnetism in the visual design allows nostalgia to flourish, arming the film with potent emotional resonance. One of the trailer's most evocative lines, as Magneto asks, "Who will you be when you close your eyes?" delves into the film's core thematic question: the complexity of identity in the face of impending doom. This question invites not just self-reflection, but an exploration of the choices that every mutant will have to make, a compelling narrative technique that taps into universal fears about survival, acceptance, and transformation. Throughout the trailer, the sound design plays a crucial role in underpinning its thematic essence. From piano variations of familiar themes to the stirring sounds of Sentinels, the audio landscape helps elevate the tone, immersing the viewer in a world where every creak and whisper breathes life into the complex emotions at play. As the trailer unfolds, elements like the hissing of metal, the resonant clang of chess pieces, and carefully orchestrated silence offer reflections on loss, longing, and the fragility of existence. Diving deeper into the thematic richness, one can't help but appreciate how this installment serves not merely as a sequel, but as a commentary on the nature of belonging and the inherent risks of being a part of a marginalized community. Doomsday promises to tackle harsh realities that the mutant struggle has always represented, exploring existential dread through the lens of a society that fears the other. These threads speak to a broader societal narrative about acceptance, identity, and the cost of survival. In terms of production design, the attention to detail is staggering. From prop selection to character design, it immerses viewers in the rich lore of each character's history. For instance, the chess pieces symbolize Magneto and Xavier's ideological battle over the fate of their kind, a moving expression of their ongoing struggle, directly paralleling their complicated relationship throughout the film series. Mixing practical effects with CGI enhances the veracity of the experience, adding a layer of immersion that pulls audiences deeper into this narrative world. As we consider the role of the Sentinels, it's apparent that they represent a physical manifestation of society's fear toward mutants. They are not just mechanical adversaries, but symbolize overarching themes of oppression and existential threat, pressing forward ideas that resonate deeply in today's cultural climate. The looming presence of the Sentinels serves as a pertinent reminder of what may lie ahead for the mutants, a confrontation with an impending obliteration that seems both inevitable and horrifying. Furthermore, Marvel's deft handling of this narrative allows for an exploration of characters in ways we haven't seen before. It opens the door to delve deeper into the histories, moral compasses, and emotional landscapes of each character. The film presents an opportunity not just to blow up buildings and fight battles, but to reveal what truly lies within, creating moments of vulnerability that solidify its characters. The The film also paves the way for a broader interpretation of the mutant struggles against systematic injustice, providing a modern lens through which audiences can engage with age-old themes of discrimination, acceptance, and heroism. As such, Doomsday can be seen as an allegorical tale, a reminder that heroism is often born from suffering and sacrifice. Traversing what may come next, Doomsday extend well beyond the confines of this single storyline. Kevin Feige has hinted at a direction, a soft reset of the X-Men franchise that embraces mutations anew, introducing fresh narratives while upholding the legacies of beloved characters. This could pave the way for a new saga, one where the characters can adapt and grow within the broader framework of the MCU. The balance between respecting the past while igniting a new narrative trajectory makes this film all the more exhilarating. As we approach the film's release, excitement and anticipation grip fans. With numerous layers of storytelling, Easter eggs, and multifaceted character arcs, Doomsday is prepared to leave an indelible mark across the MCU and beyond. Each Easter egg hints at endless potential within this universe, creating a discussion that does not merely end with credits, but continues to ripple outward. In closing, Doomsday stands as a testament to the evolution of superhero films. It promises to weave the complex lives of the mutants into the tapestry of the MCU, creating a narrative that honors the rich history of the X-Men while boldly moving forward. As the film approaches, audiences can only speculate about the surprises, heartbreaks, and thrills awaiting them. The journey into this new chapter of Marvel storytelling is just beginning, and with so much at stake, it's clear that the legacy of the X-Men will be far from forgotten. And remember, as we dissect each frame in detail, what stands at the core of this film is not just spectacle, but the enduring human spirit, fighting for identity, belonging, and hope in the face of overwhelming odds. So let's prepare for a ride through a richly detailed universe where every character and moment matters, and where the past continues to shape the future. This is indeed the dawn of a new era for Marvel, one that is as thrilling as it is poignant. We can't wait to see how it all unfolds.